creation. In the beginning, everything was dark. There was no word at all, only emptiness. But God was there, and He was not dark or empty. God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Now life could begin. So God shaped the world. He made the sky, the land, and the sea. The earth was hot. Fire rumbled in the heart of the mountains. They exploded. Then slowly the earth cooled, leaving rich soil where plants could grow. God was pleased with the world He had made. Now He planted plants to grow on the earth. Green shoots sprang up, and flowers opened their gay petals. Grass spread over the hills and valleys, and a gentle wind rustled the leaves of countless trees. God saw that it was all good. The green shoot grew tall and yellow. Grain ripened in the sun, but no little harvest mice ran through the corn. No birds nested in the tall trees. No children played yet in the new world. So God spoke to the sea and the sky, "Be filled with living things too. Fish of every shape and color filled the sea. In the sky above, birds flew, soaring high as they sang. Insects hovered over the earth." Then God said, "Let the earth be filled with animals of every kind." Large animals roamed over the earth, and the small ones scattered after them. The earth was filled with roars, neigh, and squeals. God blessed them. Their numbers grew. God was pleased with everything He had made. Now the earth was ready for people to live on it. God took a handful of soil and made a man. He breathed His life-giving breath into him. The man was different from all the other animals God made. "I have made you like myself," said God. "You can understand the beauty of the world around you. You can speak, you can love." The man opened his eyes and looked with wonder at the world God had made. God went on, "All this new world is for you. I have given you all you need. You can pick up fruits to eat and drink the water from the rivers and streams which flow over the land. Use this new world well." The Garden of Eden. God placed the man in the beautiful garden called Eden. The man wandered through it, looking at the flowers which were so beautiful that he reached out his hands to touch them. Sounds came to his ears, and glad songs of the birds, the buzzing of insects, and the chatter of running water. The man caught some water in his cup hands. He drank. He felt hungry and peeled some fruits. It tasted sweet and juicy on his tongue. Everything was good. The man was happy in the garden, and best of all, God told to him, "Look after my garden." He told the man, "Eat as much fruit as you like from any of the trees, but there is one tree in the middle of the garden whose fruit you must not eat. It would make you understand bad things as well as good. You will die on the day you eat it." Then God said, "It is not good for the man to be alone," and He brought the animals and birds to him to keep him company. The man gave them each a name. He called the powerful beast with huge paws Lion. The woolly, newborn, frisky one he called Lamb. He named the lumbering elephant and the swift deer. He named the tiger and the ladybird, the eagle and the sparrow. The man played with his new friends until he began to feel drowsy. He lay down and fell asleep. Then God thought, although the man can play with the animals and they can help him in the garden, he has no real friends and partner to share things with. So while the man was still sleeping deeply, God made a woman. When the man woke up, she was by his side. Now I am truly happy. You have given me the partner I need, and I am complete. The man exclaimed joyfully to God, and he took the woman in his arms. The cunning snake. The man and his wife lived happily together in the garden. They wore no clothes, but it did not matter to them. Together they worked tending the plants, pruning the trees where the branches grew too thickly, digging the rich soil for the new seeds to grow, and picking fruits for their food. Whenever they felt tired, they rested in the shades of Bat in the river that runs through Eden. Whenever they felt hungry, they ate. In the evenings, when the garden was quiet and cool, the Lord God walked among the trees. Whenever he called them, the man and the woman would run to him, drawn by the sound of his voice. The man and the woman loved each other and never spoke angrily or quarreled. Then one day the woman went off by himself through the flowers. As she wandered, she heard a rustle among the leaves of a nearby tree. A long snake was coiled round its trunk. Now the snake was the most cunning creature of all, and to the woman's surprise it began to question her. "It is true that God really told you not to eat any of the fruits in the garden?" "Not at all," the woman answered. "We may eat as much fruit as we like, except from one tree. God warned us that we should die on the day we eat its fruit." "Surely God has not said so," hissed the snake. "See, you have found these delicious fruits of which God spoke, the fruits that make you wise. Eat, you will understand everything just like God." The woman looked at the trees and saw that its branches were indeed bowed beneath the weight of shining fruits, which looked so delicious she longed to taste some. "How wonderful to be wise!" sighed the woman, tricked by the snake, and she picked some fruits and began to eat slowly. At the moment her husband came up. "You are eating the forbidden fruit," he cried. "You will die." "I have eaten and have not died," laughed the woman. "The fruit has given me wisdom. It is the sweetest in the garden. Taste it and see." So the man took some fruits and ate it, too. At once he and the woman looked at each other with a new understanding. "We are naked," they realized, and now they felt ashamed. They torn down thick leaves from the fig tree and sewed them together to make clothing. That evening they heard God calling them as he walked in the garden, and they felt a new thing, fear. They had broken the only rules in the garden, and they hid afraid. "Where are you?" God called. "Why are you hiding?" The man and the woman crept out to meet him, but their friendship with God was spoiled. "I was afraid because I was naked, and so I hid," the man lied. "How did you know you are naked?" asked God. "Have you been eating the fruit I said you were not to eat?" It was the woman. The man blamed his wife. She gave it to me. Why did you eat the fruit? God asked the woman. The snake tricked me, she replied. Evil has come into my garden, said God. Do you hear me, snake? From now on, this woman's children will be your enemies, and you will be crawling along the ground. Then God turned to the woman. Because you listened to the snake, you will give birth to your babies in pain, and now longing and sorrow in your marriage. As for you, man, you have had an easy life here. The ground gave you good crops, which you harvested easily. From now on, you will sweat to get your food. Then God made clothing out of animal skins for the man and the woman, and sent them away from Eden forever. Sadly, they wandered away from the garden. Behind them an angel stood, guarding the gates with sworn of fire, so that they could never return. They knew that one day their bodies would die, but already the fresh loveliness they knew in God's perfect word had died for them, because they had disobeyed God's rules and eaten the fruits that make them wise. The end. Thank you for watching. If you like my video, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, and click the bell button for your notification para sa susunod nating stories ma-notify kayo. Thank you!